96 in reverse.
It is 96 in reverse, and you can have the worst of my drink, and we can switch places. Now we are in reverse.
It is definitely 96 in reverse time. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here with your hostess, your bestest, Cedric. Then we got Nate.
Hey y'all, how
We
y'all
got Michelle.
doing?
And our
Hello.
special guest, Liz. How are you, Liz?
Hello. I'm doing
Welcome,
great. Thank you so
Liz.
much. Very excited.
How you doing, Nate?
Doing great. Happy to be back.
Michelle, welcome.
Yes,
First day
thanks for
here.
having me. My voice is like a couple octaves deeper, but I kind of like it.
I like
That's
it.
fine.
I actually like
Yeah.
the tone of
Thanks.
your voice.
Yeah,
I
it's
really like
actually.
it. I think you should be like a voice actor or something. I really like
Oh,
it.
I will try. I'll see where that takes me.
Yes, I love
Ooh,
it.
you're lifting up her ego. She's gonna fly later.
Do it. So we have my best friend, the one and only, my heart and joy, one of the people that helped me stand. Um, Somebody that's been in my life through thick and thin on my part and her part. And her name is Elizabeth Savars. Welcome to
Uh,
96 in Reverse.
Thank you so much. I think you've done a lot of that for me as well, just to keep the days going. It's been a long road.
A long journey, just like Peter and I journey's been long. We,
Yeah.
Elizabeth, our journey's a little different, but uh, definitely a, a journey that we will live forever to talk about.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
I do agree with that.
But welcome. So we have Elizabeth here, and we're going to be talking about something a little nasty today, a little raunchy, BDSM. This is something that I only knew through Elizabeth. Liz is a part of the BDSM community, and it's something that I learned from her. So, Liz, we're going to be
Okay,
asking
so
you some questions about
first,
this. So, tell us
I want to
about,
say I am not an expert
yes.
on this. I just know a little bit more than you. This sounds great. Just let me know what y'all want to talk about, and we can get into it.
Okay,
Okay.
first of all, what does BDSM means? Like what BDSM what is?
It is bondage pseudomasochism. So it
Okay.
is a whole side that you see on video, that you see in pop culture, that you see in a lot of different places. Um, that not all of it is true to the community, but they all have their own interpretations of it. So we're very familiar with the things Lady Gaga does and Rihanna that have mentioned it a lot more than most of the other communities. But they are well versed, hopefully. Things like 50 Shades of Grey has mentioned it, not well,
Mhm.
but just to open eyes in different parts, because some people might not know what's going on.
Got it.
There's,
Got it. Got
there's,
it. Got it.
yep.
So, what
There's
part of BDSM excited you? What brought you over to it? Mm.
Uh, I saw a lot of my friends do it, as you see me doing it. Not personally, but that's. Um, I saw a lot of different people around me enjoying their time, and I was very tired of coming home vanilla. Hey, how are you doing after work? The very like square box that we put sex into. The very, oh, it's a flower, don't hurt the flower. Like, no, it's time to burn them.
Yes.
Sex in general is just a very weird topic that a lot of people don't talk about.
Hmm.
And BDSM kind of opens a conversation between two adults very frankly to be like, hey, I need your consent with this. What would you like to do? So it just depends on and a lot of this is going to be case to case basis on the communication between you, your partner, and all of the other like polyamory and that whole side of it. So
Got it.
it's quite a large topic to get into.
It is. It is something that's I never dealt with before. Um,
Hmm.
but then I also heard there's different levels to it. I heard there was like
Yeah.
you can do the ropes, you can
Yeah.
do um BDSM can be role play. It's mainly role play or
Yeah.
something like that, right? So,
Um, it's anything. I feel like it's such a broad term that anything apart from vanilla and like the main
mhm.
like five or six whatever positions go into BDSM, such as fetishes, anybody that sells their bath water online. I feel like that's a fetish for somebody.
Mhm.
Um, anybody that does something a little bit crazy can be advertised as BDSM. It's such a large topic. The rope, and there's clips, and there's ties, and there's certain bed attachments and things like that that can be purchased for fun for spicing things up.
Right. Now, have you like can you share some of your experience? Like what have you done?
Um,
Have you
I've
had
been
the
tied
like
up.
really?
Yes, I love rope. I think rope itself, it's a whole art called shibari. Very beautiful, very like I've never gone into it fully,
Hmm.
but I know of it, and I know I would love to be tied up like on a regular basis. Something like under my clothes, I think is very BDSM, like by my dom. That would be, and then go out into the world, and like I'm the only one that knows the rope, that I have the ropes on under my clothes. Like that would be so like business casual for me. Um, there's so many more options. Um, anytime the vanillas want to go with like handcuffs and like the fuzzy handcuffs, even some sort of like there's a lot on Amazon that you could do.
The tails,
Yes,
people do the tails and stuff like that.
that
I've
goes
thought
into a
about doing
furry
it.
category. That is lovely if you like
Oh,
plugs. A lot of it just kind of rolls into different things. I do love my
oh.
plugs, and I love my plugs with tails. I think that's super cute.
Okay, now I
Now,
have
Love
to
to try
ask:
a tail.
has anybody just pulled it off?
Like
I
a random
mean, do you
person?
like rip a tail out of your butt? Like I'm kind of
No, I'm just
interested.
asking. You know, this is just. I'm just asking.
Oh, no
Maybe it's like an
kids come
intrusive
up to
thought.
me and be like,
I
"Oh,
don't know.
pretty," and just ripped it out. No,
Just
Okay.
walking
thank
down the street, see
God.
somebody rip it out, like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
I am now terrified of that. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
yeah, that's in my mind too. I'm
You
like,
just want to rip
Right?
off somebody's earring, like
Yeah,
just
yeah, exactly. Like you don't know what it's attached
Yes.
to. Some of those do have like the little clips that you can just clip on your pants.
Oh, okay, okay,
of
okay.
course, of
Yeah.
yeah,
course.
or a belt.
I personally do have the tail that plugs into it, like screws into a butt plug that is made for it. There are also specific
Oh,
butt plug
That just
versions
has
of
it
the
on it.
tails. Yes.
Mhm.
But it
That's
falls
unsanitary, I would
quite.
think.
I think it falls like just about like to my thighs, so it's quite a tail. Some of them are like bunnies, like there's lots of depending on what you're into. I got a
how
purple one because I think it's cute.
how long can you wear one
How
for?
long have you had one in you?
Yeah, let me say that. How long have you had one in?
Probably a couple of hours because at a certain point, plugs do get a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, I
The
would think.
plugs, the plugs that come as tails are usually like pretty like on the smaller side. I
Yeah.
don't know how to. They're not usually like that big.
Okay, so
So I
that's
can
how many
usually
inches?
like.
Because remember, we got listeners. So how many
Oh,
inches? Is that 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch?
Yeah, how
oh my
big is the
goodness.
plug?
I think it depends on the person, right? Like what they're
Yeah, I
The
guess
comfortable with.
so.
diameter.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
really. Oh, I when I did young in my BDSM career, I guess. I don't know how else to say it right this second. I just got a pack of things that I could use. There were very small, like 1 inch diameter plugs. There were 2 inch, 3 inch. There was beads. There's all these. I think it might be like a 2 incher on the tails. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure they're usually smaller versions than like the 3, 4, or 5 inches that you can find. And then I think five and above just looks like tentacle claws and craziness. Which I am totally into, but that's not the point of this.
I
All
mean,
right,
and I,
so
Yeah, it's just
uh
so let me say this. Years back, Michelle took me to a dungeon,
yes.
and it was eye opening for me. I did
Yeah.
not know those things exist.
Yeah, it was for
Um,
research. So
Michelle was
Yeah.
doing research, and this lady was tied up
Mhm.
into a cross, but they spin her. She was totally naked, and he was whipping the hell out of her.
mm,
And I was like, "Holy shit!"
I love
That sounds
that
like
for
That is
them.
fun.
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
yeah, I was on a St. Andrew's cross, so it was pretty fun. So just like the big old X. She was just
Yes.
going at it. And Peter's like, "What's going on?" And I'm
ooh,
like, "They're
I
just
love
having
that
a
for
great
them.
time."
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody
Love it
so
for them.
you're walking into these scenes is what we like to call them. But a lot of people do talk about it a lot. With the dungeons, they have agreements. They have different people, and then there's code words that you can say as well if she's done getting whipped or if it starts to fully like pain level. But it just depends on what they like, and that's just something that they like, and that's not something that you could probably buy in your bedroom with your 12 kids and whatever else that they like. They need a full separate space to enjoy themselves.
So one of the things that that I have looked at and done research, and Michelle has done research, is that BDSM is not what you see on TV. It is not let's whip the hell out of you and go from there.
Mm-mm.
This has a very strict rules from what I have learned. Is that correct, Liz? And a
Absolutely.
lot of
So it's a lot about communication. I have had potential DOMs in the past just send me a whole list of A to Z, everything you could possibly think of, and there are some wild things on that list. I am usually against any unnecessary bodily fluid.
mm,
Anything after that is pretty much on the table. So it just it's there's a whole it's a whole list. It is top to bottom. Like, do you like furries? Do you want to be a furry? How do you like being tied up? Because some people don't like the restrictions.
mm,
Because if you're in one of those shibari, like full on tied up, hanging from the ceiling, like you're not gonna be able to move very quickly, very
mm.
fast. Like if there's an emergency, you might be kind of stuck there. Um, or cut the
has
rope, whichever one works better.
has that happened to you where they have had to like cut the rope or something like that, or like you feel like
No,
you need to run or
there's
something like that?
there is a so in with specific things like masters and slaves, we both have like the consent to be like, oh, what do you want to do today, slave? What are you okay with doing today, master? Type of communication. There a lot of the base words are green, orange, and or yellow and red. Green, go ahead, I love this, continue, don't stop, blah blah blah. Orange or yellow, whichever, like the
Samantha.
Hierarchy.
Traffic
yes,
light. Yeah.
Traffic light.
yes.
Well,
Thank you,
triarchy. Okay.
traffic.
Hmm.
um, though that would mean more like slow down, or this might need to stop, just a warning. And then red is just full stop. I do not want to do this anymore. We are stopping this scene. We're just gonna do something else. And then you go into aftercare, which would be anything like cuddles, kisses, a shower, cleaning up, anything in between. So it just really depends on what you want to do that day and what your partner wants to do that day as well. It's a lot of communication, which is where something like 50 Shades of Grey comes in, where it's not like it could be contracts, and I understand where they come from because Christian Grey was such a higher member of society and she wasn't. But it's not usually like, oh, I'm gonna force you to do this. No, it's very, I would love to be tied up. Can you tie me up today? Do you have the energy? Oh, I would love to be spanked today. Can you bend over? Things like that that just that's very, it's very communicative between the two parties or more if you're having a party or a dungeon or anything in between that. Because you're not going
Now,
to go to the dungeon and be like, oh, you better stop that. That's I don't like the way she's spinning on that cross. Like it's not something you're going to do. So
and it's good that
it's
this has
very,
safety. Yeah.
yeah, like it's not meant to be, oh no, if you don't like this, we're going to continue. Like it's very, okay, you want to slow down, we can slow down, that's okay. If you do come up with those dominants that are like, no, we're going to continue, like that's probably your cue to get the fuck out, cuz it's not a safe place for you or
Mhm.
them, and they do not know how to handle a situation if you are scared or if they're scared. That's a full stop. I think I'm gonna head out now. Thank you so much.
Is there any tactics
That's
that you had to learn or anybody have shared with you if they were in those situations where they couldn't get out or they, the person was aggressive or they couldn't, you know.
I think that just turns to straight abuse at that point. You find a way
Mm.
to get out of that room and you get out as quickly as you
So
can.
basically you have to
There's
hurt them
no,
and get, but if you're,
it
do
isn't,
you, huh?
it's meant for pain, not for hurting. I think there's
Mm-hmm.
a difference somehow in here. Pain, she loves to be smacked with the on the cross, like she loves to be tied up, she loves to give control, all of that. On the other side, he loves to whip, he loves to this, but if he switches tool, he there's a way to let her know that, hey, I'm going to use this tool instead of this tool now. I'm going to whip you with something a little bit harder. Let me know if you're okay with that. And then we go back
Mm,
into green, yellow, red. Into green, do you like this? Yellow, I don't know. Maybe we can go back to the old tool, and then red, full fucking stop. No, I did not like being hurt with a mace ball. You know, that kind of, it's
mm-hmm,
really, it's really for enjoyment. If somebody tells you like, hey, you're gonna be tied up today, and you're like, no, I think that makes me claustrophobic, it's time to get the fuck out. It's
mm,
really, I think that's where a lot of creeps come in as well, where they're like, oh, I could like do this, I could do whatever I want. No, it's
I
it's
call those
very
fake
like,
DOMs.
yeah, you have to trust your partner and they have to trust you in return, because you
mm-hmm,
are giving your life to them, but they are accepting your life as well. Whether it be knife play, candle play, any of that in between. If you put a knife in somebody's hand, like, you know they're not gonna stab you. And if you do know they're gonna stab you, you should really get the fuck out. Like, that is not the place.
Run for the
Fake
hills.
doms are very very scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
That tends to be where society, I think, is seeing both sides of it. So they're seeing the abusers, but they're not seeing like the slaves that want it or just the straight abused. Like, there's a very, it's not a fine line, but from people looking out, it is looking like it's a fine line. It just really depends. It really depends.
That's
mm,
really good to know.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, have you
Anybody?
guys have anybody in this group have done anything close to that or something that has
Oh, I'm a dom and a sub, so
Yay. That's
what's
yeah,
nice.
that?
That's
no.
awesome.
Oh, well, you're a
So I'm
dumb.
a switch. I'm a
Uh-huh.
switch, but um so I'm actually my partner's slave, which is, a whole thing. Um but I dom my secondary partner because I'm poly. So I
Awesome.
dom. So I do both
Yeah.
for
It just
different
depends on
people.
which person that day that
Yep.
you would feel or that they would feel. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So I'm a switch, but mostly I'm also a brat. So
Mm.
I am
to
a
my
brat as
master.
well. It's so much more fun.
Yay!
Being a
Okay,
brat
okay,
is
It's
wait,
so
wait,
great.
wait.
fun.
What is a
Brats are
brat
so
for
fun.
people who do not know?
Um,
Because I don't know.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, I'll let you answer that one.
I knew it. How do I explain? So you've got like the straight slave that'll just be like, "Yes, master, please." I'm more like a "just make me" type of. It's that
Yeah.
kind of like brattiness attitude. The make me, the put me in cuffs. Like, what you gonna do?
Yeah, they're not gonna make it
Um,
easy for you,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I
Oh.
and
do like
that's
I
fun.
want
I guess
it,
that's the
but
fun part of it.
I'm gonna like make you. We're gonna have a little
Yep.
fun on the way.
So I dom a brat, and my doms me, who is a
Mm.
brat. So
Yeah,
it's just a chain. It's great.
So wait. Hold up. So it's like tie me up, don't tie me up situation, tie me up, don't tie me up. Oh hell no, we're not gonna tie me up and then tie me
I'm,
up.
us
Mm,
no,
females
it's
got
not
it. We
like
change our
that.
mind constantly. Some days
so
we want to be, lovey dovey, and some days we don't want to be bothered. Some days we want to give you
Well,
pussy
some days
three
we
times a
want to
day.
get whipped.
Yeah,
yeah,
Other days we want to get cuddled. I actually
right.
have a
yeah,
whip. I have a
yeah.
whip. I have a few toys. I have a lot of toys actually. Not a few, sorry. I actually
See,
have it. It's in my luggage.
Oh
Whenever
no,
oh,
I
she has a luggage.
Like
yeah,
the luggage
I
you were gonna bring down here when you were gonna
it
visit
is
us.
so it is that suitcase, so you have seen
It
it.
is.
Yeah,
That
so it's funny because I
you
told Nate,
know.
I said, are you coming down? She's like, yeah, but I need to get my own hotel because I'm bringing two people. And I was like, what? You two people? She's like, yeah, my boyfriend and my soon to be girlfriend. I was like, what in the world is she into now?
And I have a crush on another girl.
It
Oh
So
my
this one
happens.
god,
is AFAB. So
things just get
what?
complicated. I
Things
haven't said
don't
nothing.
get complicated if you communicate.
I
yes,
guess
Very
so.
true.
I guess so.
yes.
It's all about
Wow.
communication and
Everybody,
poly.
yeah,
Like nobody's
everybody
Communication
hiding
has
each
anywhere.
other. Nobody's
no,
hiding each
no, no,
other
no,
from
no.
anybody. It's not like, oh, I'm just gonna leave these two people and then you'll find me a third. No, it's very like everybody knows about each other. Everybody's
Yep,
hopefully okay with each other.
my
All
partners
the
know each other.
Where the fuck is
yeah.
my coffee? I need coffee for this shit. Oh wait,
See,
Hey,
96 and
Getting
reverse
hey,
your
mugs
invisible
coming to you.
coffee.
But just
we have merch now. We
hey.
have
soon,
merch now.
We
soon
got
you will see.
merch, everybody. Merch.
Soon you will see the 96 in reverse mug in a
I
website
want one
near
in
you.
black.
Please support. Like I say, we don't have no sponsors, so we have to sponsor ourselves. But yes, going back to what we were saying. So Natasha got a suitcase. Who else has a suitcase around here?
See,
I have a
all
drawer
this.
at
I have a
home.
drawer.
I
Yeah.
have a
I
drawer. I
Well,
only
a
have
rolling
dang.
a
cart.
dildo. Huh?
Eight, just one?
Yeah,
We
I don't
gotta
like.
send you some more.
No, I
What are your
don't like fake
preferences?
stuff. See,
Cedric, do you need more? Cause
no, I don't. I don't.
there's
I
a
like the
lot of
real. I need real
no, like
penis.
there
I
are
gotta have
some
a real penis.
toys.
Yeah, they
No,
make
There
some really good ones now.
listen
no,
to me.
I gotta
Listen to
have.
me.
Mm-mm.
We need you that thrusting machine, you know?
Yes, if I can get one of those
Yeah.
and a dildo that feels real, then I'll
Yeah,
use the thrusting
you think
machine.
you can
But
control
No,
until
it or
then,
something?
listen,
I have my
mm-mm.
eye on that one.
Wow.
listen. All right, listen to me. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Include toys in the bedroom with a partner. That is when you get the most heightened experience you can possibly have. Like,
I
it
mean,
doesn't have to be dick or toy. It could be dick and toy.
I'm gonna choose the real thing all the time. I can't do anything fake. I just can't. It just don't feel right. I like
I
the
got
pulsing of a real blood pumping dick. throbbing in my mouth as I swallow it. I
Damn,
can't.
But
that's
you
I
gotta
explicit
can't.
as it can
imagine.
It's
be.
the truth. That's what I
But you
It's
can
like.
a lot easier to
no, but
swallow a
then
It's
real.
a lot easier swallowing something that is actual organic and it's moving and it's alive. I can swallow it. It responds to me. I respond to it. And
but I'm saying,
He likes it
you
organic. It's gotta be from
yeah,
Whole Foods.
gotta be from Whole Foods.
it's organic.
No
I'm
preservatives.
over
It's
here
organic.
just like you could get spit roasted if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't do fake. I can't do it because it's not gonna talk back. It's not gonna moan to me. It's not gonna roll his eyes back. It's just gonna be there. It's just I can't get
Nah,
into
I
it.
understand. I
I can't get
understand. I
into it.
understand.
I can't get
There
and
are
all
other
this.
things. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say. I mean, I'm a surface level gay that likes
What?
Like,
penis.
what does
What?
that mean? What do you mean?
Yeah,
Penis,
explain that
exactly.
shit.
This
What that mean is
Yeah,
this
what?
term like time out.
no. So back in the olden days, 80s and 90s, you just had your bottoms and your tops
Yeah.
and your
Now you got
drags,
now you got
and that
everything
was
going.
it. It was it.
What?
I am that. I am the 1980s gay bottom. Period. No,
That's a
no
very
power bottom. No,
No, no
no,
spectrum.
no
It's just
verse bottom.
okay.
No, none of that. I'm a bottom that takes dick and enjoy it.
Listeners,
that's
we're
fair.
gonna set up a POS for Cedric. Please send him all the dildos you guys can.
A PO box. PO box.
Yes, yes.
I'd be like, I got dildos here
Anybody
that's not
who
going to be used. Y'all can
Please,
come
please
get them,
donate. Do
grab them.
not send used ones.
Yeah, do not send used ones.
We
Please,
believe in
no,
hygiene.
nothing used.
Nothing used. Nothing
Yeah.
used.
Okay, now I
Ugh.
have the real question. Any of you guys on OnlyFans?
No, I
I
created
want
Peter
to.
an account though.
I want
It was
to.
gonna be called Only Hands because Peter's
Oh
hands are
my
really
god.
nice.
Okay, so let me say this.
Oh, heck
Tell him about the story
yeah.
about
there you
Peter went and
Okay,
posted a picture of him after he lost a lot of weight. He posted a picture. He was staying on the scale, and then Peter tell him about what they started
okay.
saying on that Instagram post.
So I had to bring down the photo because people were like, you got nice feet. Can
Oh,
you send photos of it? You have lost weight. We want to see you fully. Your feet look fabulous. Can we see your hands? And I just got off social media for a little while. So that's why like
Oh my
I
His
didn't
god.
post
Instagram
after
is
that.
private, so
but
these are all people he
Peter,
And my
knows.
Instagram is private. So these were people that I knew, which was the
Thank
hard
goodness.
part.
Pete,
And they were like, we want to see more. Look, I'm getting red. This shit was for real. Like, I was like, I don't know if I want to say anymore or post anymore. Nothing.
I
I was
have the
like, oh
same
shit.
experience. We have mom's feet and hands.
Yes, we sure do.
I
And
have
it's
oh,
so Pete and I are brother and sister, half brother, half sister. Um, we share the same mom, and apparently we have the same hands and feet that are very pretty to people.
No.
So, so that's all right.
So
sorry if you hear in
that's
the background. Go ahead.
you probably got a lot of creeps in that. I think if it's a good business opportunity, there are some like OnlyFans accounts that are just for feet, or websites that are just for feet and hands. If y'all are ever interested in those, that could probably earn you a couple hundred, manicured, all the things.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole side business that's available to those creeps. So next time, just
And
be like, yeah, just give me
well,
$100. Here's a
let
picture.
let's not say creep. Let's just say
Well,
characters.
we just. I mean, I like
Yeah.
hands. I like
Characters.
feet. I would like to see Peter. I would like to see like hardworking hands. Like just hands fixing something with has to do with the car, or hands
Oh my
I like
goodness.
hands
hardworking hands
chopping a
too.
tomato. I don't know. Have something like that.
No, I
Hands
get it.
baking a pie. I don't
See,
know.
there
No,
are
I get
things
it.
that are
I get
available
it.
to
Yeah,
do to that don't have to be that sexual. Like that's
yeah.
an option.
can always make
That's
money
an
keep.
option. Hmm.
I've heard of people having OnlyFans teaching people how to cook.
Oh
Yeah, so
wow.
it's
Okay.
funny though because
Oh
I
wow.
had I had an OnlyFans account that I created to sign in to view a gentleman who does stocks,
Mhm.
literally, and that was because they kicked him out of different platforms, and this was the only platform that will let him talk about stocks because, as you guys know, stock is a big issue when people talk about it because you're kind of betting in a company,
Mhm.
right? And I think he got kicked out of YouTube before YouTube was okay with doing the stock stuff. So that was my first OnlyFans account. And then I discovered what was OnlyFans for real. And I was like, holy shit. I didn't know what was this was all, all of this was happening in here. And after he raised up his price to $29.99, I was like, no, I was fine with the $2, but $29.99 is too much.
Cedric.
That's a lot. I thought
Yes.
about getting an OnlyFans, because I got a booty.
Oh,
My booty's bubbly. I got a Georgia peach.
tap that app.
But I didn't want to do anything sexual. I just wanted to,
It's
just
just booty
stand there, shake
appreciation.
it,
You can do
move it
that.
around, wear some
You
sexy underwear,
Yeah.
grease it up, no grease, shit like that, glitter,
s-
cake,
Damn,
syrup,
he said
shit like
cake.
that. Yeah,
I'm just impressed.
that's
I didn't.
people
that's
do
that's
pay
what I was
for
thinking about doing.
people sitting on cakes.
Mhm.
Huh?
Yeah, there's a young lady that does that right now. She gets a
Really?
whole cake,
Yeah,
and then
Just
all
sits
she
on it.
does is just sit on it
Dang.
yeah,
with
they
her
get
Georgia
paid.
peach as well. Yep. Hmm.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So
What
she'll
did
yeah.
happen,
bake a
Cedric?
cake and be like,
Just sit on it.
Yep. And
"Bam,
she just
mm,
full on sits
mm,
on
Yep.
it. Yep.
left,
Hmm.
right, left, circle,
Yep.
circle,
So,
circle."
so
Cedric,
there
you
you
have an
go.
extra
You could
room,
do.
right?
What you mean?
You have an extra room. You can do
I
the whole cake thing. You can bake it and sit on it.
and roll it around. I don't
Oh my
know.
gosh.
I don't know.
That's
But
why
I
you have
did
a
think
cake
about
in the
doing a
oven. Hold up.
She's gonna
it's out
check
of
the
the
oven.
oven. Uh, but
Oh,
anyways,
that was taken out.
I
Okay, fantastic.
thought it was I thought about doing OnlyFans, just doing that. Just, you know, I think we lost Elizabeth.
Yeah, we did.
Yes,
Oh wait,
Yep,
she's
we got
back.
She's
her back.
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 There
Yep,
she
yep.
is.
Okay.
All
Hello.
right. We thought we
Welcome.
Oh,
lost you.
Welcome,
lovely.
welcome back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, I can see Pete now.
Ah,
Yay!
there you go.
That's awesome.
So, Elizabeth, there is one more question to the BDSM before we close out.
Absolutely. Oh, there's a million
Um,
more questions.
it's a lot more questions, and we can go on about this all night. Is there anything that you like to leave the audience with? Any final messages or takeaways about BDSM?
I think Nate had a good point earlier. Just include little things. A lot of communication, a lot of acceptance, a lot of just communication. Just talk to your
Mm-hmm.
partner. Your partner needs to talk to you. If there's any point in time that you're uncomfortable with it,
Mm-hmm.
you've got to talk about something else, do something else, switch to something else. Um, Little toys here and there. They were talking about full on like dildos into your routine, but things like clips for your nipples,
Yes,
things like um unrestricting rope could be nice. There are lots
bullet,
of other
bullets also.
Wait, what are
Mm.
bullets?
Oh,
Bullets, gun
bullets.
Like
bullets.
gun bullets?
No,
Yes.
bullet
What other bullets would
vibrators.
there
The
be?
the
Oh
little
yeah.
my goodness.
Listen, I'm learning. This is all new to me. Not really, but like the audience might not know. Like they might
Pete,
think
you're
like me.
older
It's a
than
bullet.
me.
Poof. It don't matter. Still,
Okay,
our audience
okay.
might not know.
You're older
That's
than
true.
me.
You're
But
right.
Listen, I thought about a gun bullet up your ass right away. I was like, what
Oh
the
my
hell's just happened to
God.
the gunpowder?
I mean,
Only
no.
if you're into it.
who's gonna survive that?
That's that's not the point today.
Not that type of
Goodness.
podcast. Well,
Yeah, it
it
did not have
is.
to be loaded, Cedric.
Yes, please do not load it. Okay, I was tied up once. I did not like it. I felt
Mm-mm,
like a
I
guinea
can't be
pig.
restrained. I can't.
That's fair.
And
That's
you know,
fair.
It's
it's
so much fun,
I can't because
but
even when I'm having normal sex, and if my arm or leg get wrapped up in the sheet and I can't
Yeah.
move it, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no, stop, get up, just get up and let's get all the sheets
Yeah.
off the bed. I can't.
Restructure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I can't. I don't like that. So I
Yeah.
know with rope, uh-uh.
That's
I'm
fine.
into role playing.
That's
I might
part
be
of it.
sharing too
Absolutely.
much, but I like
He says sharing too much. There's no sharing too much
That,
here.
I like
that's what I'm saying. That was
no such
I
thing.
like I don't know what I like.
Look at him. He's
I
because
getting
like
all
number one was
sexual
like
and thing. He's
blurted
moving
out.
like, oh yes, baby, yes.
I kind of like the 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 girl and the daddy, like, come here, girl. Oh,
Yeah, like
just thinking about it.
that's a
Oh,
BDSM. That's a
Yep,
yes.
BDSM subcategory.
Because
Absolutely.
in the
yep.
bedroom, I am the female, so I just kind
Hmm.
of like that kind of dominancy
Hmm.
talk. You know, it's still the same sex, but it's kind of like passion, aggression sex, I guess.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
He's like, dirty,
Um,
Yeah.
talk to me, dirty, talk to me.
yeah, it's kind of like, you know, you know, I know what you wanted me to come here to do, stuff like that. Oh, just thinking about it, just make you,
Yeah.
um,
And that's the feeling that it should give
yes,
you, that feeling of euphoria,
mm-hmm,
not, oh, I need to get the fuck out of here. Like that's the
mm-hmm,
difference between BDSM on social media and the BDSM at home.
mm-hmm,
Because none of those people are coming into your home and tying you up for fun if you don't like it. You really have to communicate with your partner, and I'm sure your partner, you have to find a partner that would love to do that to you and for you, and all of the criteria. And don't tie me up, but I would love to call you this. Don't tie me up, but I
mm,
would love to speak to you about calling me this, or doing a little role play. um and we see on social media a lot of differences, and a lot of very abusive sides sometimes,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
and they make that look okay, and it's very not okay, um as if it hasn't been communicated specifically that way, if that makes sense.
yeah,
It's got to be consent on both sides.
right,
SA gets romanticized a lot.
Yep.
So I would. So I'm gonna second add to your point. Um, I think the audience should look out for fake DOMs because those are
mm-hmm,
really dangerous.
mm-hmm,
Hmm.
Yep.
They will cause you harm, and
mm,
Yep.
not the good kind.
mm,
Yep.
Okay, so let me put this on the table then. We know so far from what we have learned in this lesson, let's say that, is there are dungeons out there. You can meet up with people. You can gauge them about what they do there, right? Then there are rules behind it. If there's no
Yep.
rules, you don't want to jump into this, right?
Yep.
And then a lot of communication. If there's no communication, there's no play. Am
I
I?
Yep.
mean,
Are we agreeing on that?
Correct. Yep,
yeah, I
correct.
mean,
Yeah.
in
That's a
any
good
situation,
summation.
I think all of that you said, Peter, goes for
Hmm.
any group of people, straight,
Yeah.
gay, bisexual, whoever. You have these people.
Yeah.
This is crazy. It's a crazy world out here where I can say I'm Janet Jackson and I walk up to your house and I look like, well, Friday, I look like Freddie Jackson. Um, you know, I think if anything, you have to make sure your surroundings and your setup is safe for you. Have a contingency plan if something do go wrong. There's more things happening out in this world today. You're hearing on the news every day about somebody missing, killed.
Yeah.
A lot of the trans community are dying because these people go out there and want to experience the trans community. And then once they get their nut, reality pops in and they want to kill somebody because their psyche, their whatever is gone, their glamour is gone.
Mhm.
So you just, you know, it's hard to say, but you just gotta. I think communicating and talking to people before you meet them really sets
The tone.
the tone. It
Yeah, you
doesn't
really
give
gotta
you
vet your
it
people.
right. It doesn't give
Yeah.
you solid ground because even a killer can be like, like, yeah, and then get you alone, and then they're the killer. So
Yeah.
it's about whatever you're into, listeners. Just keep yourself safe. And
Have a
that's
safe word.
right. Have a safe
Yeah.
word. Wear those
The
condoms. I'm not
safe
talking
words.
about,
Yeah.
you know, even sexually. There's a lot of things that's going around that people are not being honest about. So just keep yourself safe.
Okay, so if we say one word for BDSM, Liz, go. One word. Put you on the spot. Ah,
No.
give
I
me a
already
word.
I thought of one.
Okay, Nate, go.
Please, I'm come
Fun.
back, skip.
Fun. Okay, fun. Cedric,
Uh, experimental.
Michelle,
Consent.
Mm.
Liz,
Communication. That's
and
what I
mine is complete. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost at the end. I just want to say thank you for the fabulous panel that we have. Any words, anybody?
Thank you so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. And this was so much fun.
Thank you for being a part of the show, Elizabeth. We actually didn't share how we met, but
Oh, wait. No, 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 no. It's not over. It's our show. Fuck it. Extended. I give you another 30 minutes. Fuck it. Okay, how you guys met? Let's go back.
yeah, okay,
People, scratch
we'll
that.
we'll make it quick.
No, it doesn't
Um,
have to be quick. It's our show. Go ahead.
yes,
Hit it.
it's our show.
What?
Um, Gosh, Liz, I get
Oh my
emotional every time I think about her. Liz, I met Liz when I was 25, and Liz, you were 20, 21, 20.
No, that doesn't sound right. I must have been at least 18 or 19.
Yeah, something like that. She was very young,
We
and
have
I
a
met.
we have a bigger age gap than that.
Okay, that makes sense. And I was dating someone, and the guy that I was dating is best friends with the guy that she was dating.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Later married and divorced, so
yes, that's
that's
we're skipping though. We're
oh
skipping ahead.
okay, great. There's
um,
the original.
that's the original.
Yeah, my ex was very much like his ex, and it just
Oh,
they were best friends in that.
very
So
similar.
we just
Wait, do
we
I
ended
know
up
that ex,
dating.
Cedric?
Yes,
Oh
You don't have
God,
to
I
say the
hope
name. If I know,
not.
okay, cool, cool, cool.
yes, you do. You were
Uh,
patchy at that time. We
I
were
am so
in
sorry
and
if you
out, in and
ever
out.
met them, Pete. They
Okay.
are they are.
No, Pete never met them. But so anyways, I met her. I went to my boyfriend's best friend house. And I walked to the house and I went to go look for the bathroom and I
Oh
went
my
all the way to the back of the house. And to the left was this little girl, not little girl, but this young lady sitting on the
God.
floor and she had these nerdy glasses on and
Oh
she was
God.
watching TV. And at the time, we didn't have a connection. I don't even think I said anything to you in the room back
I
there.
couldn't. I couldn't even
And
tell you. I probably said hi because that's what I would do.
right. And
I
then
was just like looking at you, looking at me, looking at you, looking at me.
right,
Hi, hey,
right.
hi. Just
And
another random stranger.
and then
Oh
fast
my
forward from there, I don't it's blurry, but then
wait.
we was always hosting. All of us, we had a group of
Yeah,
friends and we
yeah.
always did things together. We just had a small group and it was beautiful at that time. We had a good time. Um, and then as time progressed, issues showed up in relationships between me and my
Yeah,
boyfriend and then Liz and
yeah,
her husband at the time. And
yeah,
me and my boyfriend split up
yeah.
2015.
Yeah. I don't
And
think I
then
was married then, and I had also
no,
split up.
yeah.
It was quite a year.
And so the reason I'm telling you guys the whole story is because Liz and I throughout this time is still not glued like we are right now. I'm building it up to how we got to this point. And so 2015, my ex-boyfriend moved in with them because he
Mm.
was seeing some boy that turned out to be a
Pigs
prostitute for
resistance.
old people. But anyway, that's another
Okay.
story.
Oh,
Uh,
What?
and
yeah. I
and
think I'm gonna need to hear that story next
I know,
time.
right,
right? He's gonna
right.
have
Me
to throw the
too.
scoop on that one.
And then so my ex-boyfriend asked me back in May with a bouquet of flowers, um and then I was going over there to Liz's house and we were doing our thing there. And then we broke up again. And then our other friend,
Oh my
uh,
goodness.
our third friend, we can't say the name at the moment, came into the
Okay.
picture. And then we all just grew from there. And everybody
Yeah.
we were all single and we just had each
Yeah.
other as the three pillars. And then
Yeah.
our other friend moved away because he had his own tragedy. And then Liz and I just, we had each
Wait,
other.
Liz, did you live here in Georgia?
No.
No, I live in Orlando. I've
Oh,
always
okay.
known
Mhm.
Cedric in Orlando.
Okay.
Liz and our relationship didn't
Hmm.
start until I got into Orlando.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And then ever since then, one day we were in the car and Liz was saying something
August.
about herself and I started crying because she was, not to speak badly, but she was saying negative things about herself. And I'm looking at her like, huh? I don't see that. What? What are you saying? That's not true. What? And I started crying because I was like, stop saying stuff like
Yeah.
that, because I loved her. We went through a lot together. And
Yeah.
I cried
It
because
is.
my love for her was authentic. I didn't
Yeah.
see a negative bone in her body. And then that day forward, that was the day we were like, bitch, this is it.
Yep. Yeah.
That was
Yep.
it. And ever since then, she can get into a relationship, she'll go ghost. I'll go ghost. But when we called
Yep.
each other, it was like yesterday.
Yeah, we have one of those relationships where we can just talk and not talk and go do our lives and do this and do that and still come back and just pick it up like we were just talking about boys and doing all the things and just
Hmm.
very oh, I like to do this, we like to do that, this is how I like to do it, and just
And
ongoing from there. But
we,
that
we,
car ride.
yes, that car ride, just
It
tears
almost
wells up
makes
in my
him cry
eyes.
every time
Yes,
he
every
says
time I talk about it
it.
because it was real. Have you guys ever been in a
Yeah,
situation? It was like this will
yeah.
never happen again. You
Yeah.
know,
When I ate Michelle's cheesecake in the car. Okay, wait,
Ooh.
wait a minute. Wait
What?
a
Ooh.
minute. Wait a minute.
Whoa.
It's
It
no
was a real
innuendos there.
cheesecake.
No innuendos.
I was
It
gonna
was
say,
a real
oh, that's what we
cheesecake.
call it,
No, no, no. So wait. Oh my god, this got
the
complicated.
Asian slice, the
Why did
Asian
I say
slice.
that? Why did I say that? Okay.
How did
So
it taste
Please.
when you put it in your
so
mouth?
wait, it
Like
was real
what?
cheesecake. Wait, it was real cheesecake, yeah. I have a song out there. It's called A Slice of Cheesecake. And oh my god, this is terrible. Why would I
No,
say
it was
that?
a New York style cheesecake.
So
No toppings, no strawberry, no
so Michelle did
chocolate.
a cheesecake for one of her friends. I ended up eating it. It wasn't even for me.
Yeah, it was a slice for another friend, and he just happened to be in the car because he was getting a ride home from his other friend, from our mutual friend. And he was like, "Oh, this cheesecake." So this is what I heard from my friend and him. So he just took the slice that was meant for someone else. And then he was like, "I got to meet the girl who made this cheesecake." Meanwhile, I had baked this cheesecake. It took me like all day to bake it. It was a 10-pound cheesecake. and I baked it from scratch because I was just getting out of this abusive relationship that I
Mm.
had with this guy who cheated on me with like 5 other chicks. But
Mm.
I did get to call all the other girls and be like, "Hey, did you know he was seeing all these other people?" And they're like, "What?" That was a great conference
Drop the
call that
T,
we had.
girl. Drop the T.
Yes.
Oh, he
Cedric.
deserved it. He deserved it. Worst piece of shit I ever met in my life.
Oh
So
God.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, now the
Michelle.
audience is like, okay, I need to tune in
That
next
was
week.
Oh, that's for the next episode, for the future.
Michelle.
Oh yeah.
Capture that voice. Whatever you got going on in that throat of
Yeah.
yours, bottle that shit up and you better put it on something.
A cold. I mean, it's spreading around. You can just go catch from a random
No,
person
I
on
don't
the
want it.
street.
I don't want the
No.
code. I want you to.
What?
That voice is so
I mean,
rich.
I
Mm.
sound like this usually. Like if I get excited, it'll go a little bit more high pitched, but it's usually like this. And people are like, "Why are you so upset or angry?" I'm like, "I'm just like this."
This is
Like, and
this
I'm
is
Yeah,
my
from
they
the
don't know
voice.
you
south.
well enough. That's fine.
I
Just
love it.
chilling.
But
Yeah.
wait, going back, I
Yes.
ended up eating the cheesecake.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I told Michelle, hey, if you want to give me a call, here's my number. She texted me right away. And
No, I didn't. I called you. You know when someone gives you their phone number, like, and then you just call them on your phone?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did. And he thought it was because I liked him or something.
yeah, I sure
And I thought
did.
he was gay. So I didn't
Oh,
I didn't know.
that's
Oh
lovely.
my god.
Well then.
And later on I found out he wasn't gay,
Oh
but
no. I was
yeah.
not, baby.
Nice. That's a great
But wait,
start.
why were you bringing up the cheesecake? What's going on here?
Yes.
Um,
Why did you bring up the cheesecake?
I
I
have
think
no fucking
Pete's
idea.
hungry.
Was it something that commenced your love to
You
Michelle?
you said something about a
You were
slice of
talking no,
something,
you
and I
were
said
talking
cheesecake.
about how Cedric was talking about how he felt for Elizabeth and how they just connected, and then you're like cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Bitch, what?
I have no fucking
Are
idea.
you
It was
hungry?
the life-changing
Pete!
cheesecake, of course. That's how that works.
I'm confused.
Oh, I
No, I'm
think when
just kidding.
Cedric asked, "Have you ever felt that way where something was happening, it will never happen again?" And then when he
Yes.
asked that, you're like,
Oh
"Yeah,
yes,
when
that's what it
I ate this
was.
cheesecake." I'm like,
It was
Yes,
your
it was.
cheesecake,
It
Michelle.
was.
I'm gonna
Mm.
It
need
was
to try
because
a
of.
bite.
It was because of the car. Because he said everything that happened on the car, and that's what I said about the cheesecake. Because the cheesecake happened in the car, and I said things do
Mhm.
happen in cars. So, well, a lot of things happen. Oh my god, I'm just saying
Like
Love
gross
eating the
it.
shit.
Love it.
cheesecake in
That's
the
a
car.
great,
Pete!
yeah.
Yeah,
Pete!
this
Was
is.
it Asian style or something?
Huh?
Did it taste like I don't know? I don't know, child.
It was a real cheesecake. I'm not. I'm not joking. It was for real cheesecake.
Oh,
You still in the back?
oh,
No, it was a real cheesecake. I was
oh,
lactose
okay.
intolerant. And I ate the whole damn cheesecake. You know what happened after that, bitch?
Oh, bless your soul.
Yeah.
Bless
Oh my
you.
goodness.
Well,
Michelle,
again,
it sounds like you have a business in cooking
uh,
and baking.
I thought about it, but I mean, in the future, I'm just too tired. But that's the thing. I like to do it because it's therapeutic. But then
mhm,
when
Yeah.
people want to pay me for it, and then like they want to say whatever they want to say, and I'm like, I don't want to do this shit. I have no
mhm.
Listen,
idea.
Yeah,
listen,
Like,
that's a
what
Michelle.
takes the
fair
fun out
that's
of
a
it?
fair point.
Right. That's
We
a
we
fair
can
point.
we can move to Florida. You can do the cakes, and Cedric will
Like,
sit on there.
I like baking cakes. I don't like decorating.
Oh my
So if someone
god.
wants to decorate shit, they can decorate. I don't like decorating.
Not
That's
the
why.
bake and the cake and I sit on it, Peter.
Oh
Yeah.
no, no,
Yeah,
you
that
can't sit
Before
on
I
my
get a
cake.
that's
slice,
You
full
sit on my cake,
circle.
we can't be
You can get a
friends.
Before
slice
you get a
before I
slice.
sit on
How
it.
dare
I get a
you?
slice before.
I had
Wait, wait,
somebody
wait, wait.
Here
I
comes
had somebody
sauce.
like I baked a cake one time and it was before you decorate it and stuff, it has to cool off because it's still hot from the oven. So I popped
Mhm.
it
Yep.
in the fridge. One of my friends at the time, he went into the fridge and he went and cut the cake.
Oh
And
no, and it collapsed.
no, he cut the cake and then he comes up to me and he didn't know I was gonna decorate it. He was like, "Oh, Michelle, this cake is so good. Oh my gosh!" And I was like, "You just ate my cake?" And
Mm,
he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "It's so good." I just opened up my trash can has like a little flip top. I just opened it and I just took the cake and I just dunked it into the trash can.
mm,
I'm like, this. I was like, I can't decorate this shit now. And then he was so confused. He's like, "What happened?" I was like, "I was gonna decorate this cake," and I just stormed off. I was like 17 at the time, very emotional
mm.
and angry. But
Wow.
I'm like, yeah, but
Wow.
I'll bake, but please don't sit on my cakes. We can buy a Publix cake for that or
Yes,
something. Like,
yes. I don't want to sit on no, but nobody's cake. Now, yeah, if it was like a $2 cake, or you
actually, I love
know,
Publix cakes. We can
Cupcakes.
sit on a Kroger cake or something.
something,
Oh my
something cheap.
god.
Kroger cake,
If
damn.
they
He
if
said
it, if
too
they have
cheap.
a if they got a
What?
Dollar Tree cake, we can sit on that too.
They
We
have
ain't
those.
gonna
They
eat the
have like
Dollar
the
Tree cake.
7-Up flavored cakes. I don't know if you ever
Hmm.
seen those. I've never
Yes, I
tried it.
have.
I'm afraid, but
Don't do it.
7-Up. Oh, okay.
It's
That
too
sounds
much
That's good to
sugar.
Okay,
know.
sugary.
thank you.
It's
I'm
just pure
personally
sugar.
horrified as well.
7-Up
Yes,
cake. Yeah.
Wow.
absolutely.
Well, I
But
guess
guys, this was a lovely conversation. Liz,
Was.
I really thank you for
Thank
coming and being a part of the show on episode number 6.
yes.
And I
Oh wow.
really just thank you for being here. I really appreciate
Of
you.
course.
You're
I
welcome
am
back
here whenever.
anytime.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
joining
And just
us.
like said, Peter
Thank you.
said, for our listeners, just like Peter said, we will be having merch coming out to you all to purchase from 96andreverse.com. But that will be coming out shortly. We will have shirts, caps, mugs, and more to come. But those will be our starters. Again, thank you for being a part of 96 in the Verse. Peter, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, 96 in reverse is almost over. Let me see if I can find the song because I totally forgot where I put it.
We did
Nah,
it.
ladies and
We did
gentlemen,
it. We did it.
Liz, thank you so much. Cedric, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Nate, Michelle, goodbye, y'all. 96 in
Bye
revert
y'all.
is over.
Good night.
It is 96 in reverse, but no one is telling me my lines, and I am forgetting them again. Now they are in reverse. It is 96 in reverse, and I am losing oxygen, and I want my batteries again, but now they're in reverse.
Ninety-six in reverse.
It is 96 in reverse, and you can have the worst of my drink, and we can switch places.